Yes, class. So yesterday we had started with dot product. So what all things we have discussed in dot product? Firstly, we had seen that if A dot B is given, means two vectors are given, A dot B, then to find out the final answer, we take the magnitude of A, we take the magnitude of B, and then multiply it with cos theta. All right. A dot B cos theta. All right. So, secondly, this always gives you the scalar product, vector into vector, but it gives you the scalar. So, how have we seen in this was the polar form? In Cartesian form, we had started coefficients, like coefficients get multiplied together and then add. All right. Okay. Try this question. Yes, class, tried it. Now, see, work done, basically we will do it in work, energy and power. You will see it is force into the displacement. Now there are 2 points where the body is covering the motion. So whenever you have to find out displacement, you subtract the final minus initial. Now you don't even have I cap, J cap, K cap. You don't have any equation in terms of the Cartesian form. Now what will you do? Write down the equation. RB, this is 4I cap plus 2J cap plus K cap. What is RA? This is the second vector, this is the first vector. 2I cap plus 3J cap and 0K cap means nothing. I can leave it. So what is the change in the vector? Final is this minus initial. So 4 minus 2 plus 2 minus 3. This we have subtracted I cap, this we have subtracted J cap. So this is equal to 2I cap minus J cap. This is the radius. And see, force we have as 2I cap plus 3J cap minus 5K cap. So see, when we are calculating the work done, it is force into displacement. Force is 2I cap plus 3J cap minus 5K cap. Multiply to what is the displacement? 2I cap minus J cap. So when you multiply 2 into 2, this is 4. 3 into minus 1. So this is minus 3. And see, no coefficient for K cap. So basically minus 5 into 0. Right? Minus 5 into 0. So this is minus 3. This is 4. 4 minus 3. 1 joules. Joules is the SI. Write it. Plus, whenever you have angle asked, right, calculate the angle. Always go for dot product because cross product is a little difficult, and cross product is not straight forward like dot product. See, I told you yesterday about anti-commutative property. That dot product obeys anti-commutative property. It is commutative, right? That A dot B is equal to B dot A. That's why try to apply this when you are calculating the angle. See, what have we studied? A dot B is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta. From here, you can directly get your cos theta, which is A dot B divided by their magnitudes, right? So see, what is the magnitude of the first vector A when we are calculating the magnitude? Under root, this is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. And once we are calculating B, it is 1 square plus minus 2 whole square plus, this is minus 5 whole square. So this is under root 1 plus 4 plus 9, which is equal to root 14. This is equal to 1 plus 4 plus 25, right? So this is 29, 30, root 30. And what is A dot B here? These will be multiplied, means their coefficients. These coefficients will be multiplied and these coefficients will be multiplied. 1 into 1, 2 into minus 2, 3 into 5. So it is basically 1 into 1 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 3 into minus 5. This is equal to 1 minus 4 minus 15. Minus 1, 1 into minus 4 into minus 15, right? So this is how much? Minus 19, minus 18. This is minus 18. So for cos theta, when we write A dot B means minus 18 divided by root 14 into root. So now whatever is this angle, you can write it in inverse form. Cos inverse minus 18 by root 14 into root 30. All right, this would be the angle. Solve it, tell me what's the value coming. Then we'll discuss the projection part. Done?
Yes, ma'am, completed.
Now, C class, there's a concept of component part. Means if you have a vector, a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, and you have a vector b, same thing, b1 I cap, b2 j cap, and b3 k cap. Sometimes the question is asked where you have to calculate the component of a along b, right? Or you have to calculate the component of b along. So in such cases, what you have to do, take the vector, like if you are calculating component of a along b. So formula is a vector dot unit vector of b, because it's written b cap. So unit vector of b, then this product, dot product of these two multiplied to b cap. If you are calculating the component of b along a, then you have to use b vector dot a cap. A cap means unit vector of a dot a cap. All right. So this is a formula which you have to remember, and it becomes confusing when you are studying. Because a cap, when to use a cap, when to use a vector, these things become confusing. Okay. So a vector is this, b vector is this. Suppose component of a along b means a vector dot b cap multiplied to b cap. So how will we calculate here? A vector is present, fine. B cap, how do we form a unit vector? How do we calculate unit vector? B cap is present. So see, we take the vector as it is and we divide it by its magnitude. We divide it by its magnitude. So what is the magnitude of this vector B? Yes, class. What is the magnitude of the vector B? It's written and it's very easy. In one line, you can answer. Yes, Alina. Alina, you tell me what's the answer for this? I cap minus j cap minus k cap. Very easy. You can even solve it without writing. Mentally, you can solve this. Yes, Alina. What is the magnitude, Alina? Yes, Alina. By now, you can answer it. If you all will not be answering, then this is the way how I have to ask. And here also, you all are not responding. It's fine. Your syllabus will be very slow. You all are in vectors and the projection part has not been started. We'll go very slow there. At least answer no, yes, whatever you know. Okay, Ali, you have tried. But what about Alina? Abir is correct. It's root 3. Clearly the answer is root 3. This is under root 1 square plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square. All these are 1 terms. So straight away this will be root 3. There wasn't a question based on this. There was a question. There wasn't even a question on this. Root 3, at least you should be knowing it, class. All of you. You shouldn't waste your time in calculation of these little questions. What is B cap now? B vector is I cap minus J cap minus K cap. I cap minus J cap minus K cap. Divided by root 3, this is the B cap vector. Now let's come to the question. Question says, we have to take the vector A. What's the vector A? Vector A is I cap plus J cap minus 2K cap. So vector A is I cap plus J cap minus 2K cap. Now what do we have to do? We have to take this dot product, means the dot product of there. How can we take? Because it is I cap by root 3 minus J cap by root 3 minus K cap by root 3. So we can calculate it. Now we can multiply the coefficients. See, when you are calculating A vector dot B cap, A vector's coefficient, that is 1 into 1 by root 3, right? 1 into 1 by root 3 plus this is again 1 into minus 1 by root 3 plus this is minus 2 into minus 1 by root 3. So what do we have now? We have 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. And this is minus 2 into minus 1 is minus. Okay, Alina. Okay, okay. You are having network issues. Now is it fine? Because I was calling your name. You weren't responding. Your video was also shut.
Yes,
Now it's
ma'am.
better, Alina?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's better.
Okay, okay. I was calling you actually for just answering. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you everything. That is also left. Note part also, they also have to write. I haven't let them write down anything. Right now we are discussing it. So 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. And here we have simply 2 by root 3. So we just are left with 2 by root 3. Now A vector dot B cap, their solution means A vector dot B cap. This further gets multiplied with B cap, means 2 by root 3 multiplied to I cap minus J cap minus K cap by root 3. So it will be 2I cap minus 2J cap minus 2K cap by 3. This is the answer. Now class, second part I'm not solving. You all have this formula. Same thing you will repeat and tell me what's your answer. Write down all these things. This comes as a question for geometrical projection or component of A along B, like this. From here, start writing, everyone. And if you have any queries, please feel free to ask. Okay, Abhi, this is the vector of the second one, the answer of the second question. No? So component of B vector along A. So 2i cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap divided by 6. This is what Abir is getting. Any other answer? Or same answer, anything? Class, geometrical projection. This part is also left from dot product. This is very easy. You will be able to manage. What exactly is geometrical meaning of dot product? This basically means, see, you have vector A, you have vector B. When you take the component or projection of A on B, it will be a cos theta because the angle that they are forming in between them, that is theta. So AB cos theta will be there. Now class, A cos theta multiplied to B, if you rearrange it, it's ultimately AB cos theta only, what we are studying. So if geometrical meaning of dot product comes, if you have to explain it, then explain this part only, that A cos theta is the projection of A on B. That's it, what you have already studied. All right. So geometrically, dot product of two vectors is the product of magnitude of one vector and projection of another. This is a geometrical way to represent the same thing which we have studied. Write it, then I'll start with cross product. Make a note point, just last note point from dot product. C class, when we are talking about cross product, that means the vector multiplied to a vector will give you a vector here. Okay, so vector multiplied to a vector will give you here a vector quantity itself. So A vector is there, B vector is there, and we have to calculate the cross product. So what we are going to do, firstly keep it in mind that we are going to use the sign component. We were using the dot component, cost component in dot product. Now we'll be using sign component. So A vector cross B vector. This gives magnitude of A, magnitude of E, but this time you will be using sign. Now, class, this is a method in polar form. AB sine theta is a method in polar form. When we come to Cartesian form, it has a different rule. You cannot just simply multiply. Like here, just the difference that arises, is we use sine theta instead of cos theta. So A cross B is AB sine theta instead of cos theta. All right, n cap is just written to show that this is a vector quantity and it will be having a direction. So n cap means whatever is the direction. Suppose towards north, east, right, left, whatever. So that's why we have written one n cap. That yes, this also has a direction. Our answer is not incomplete like this. Fine. So n cap, this gives the direction of A into B. And right hand thumb rule you can avoid. Now, look at the properties also. See, result is a vector. Like torque is R cross F. So torque which we get, torque is a vector, radius vector is there, that is the displacement, and force is a vector. Right? Force is a vector, this is a radius vector. So result will be a vector whichever cross product you take. It is anti-commutative, means we were taking just multiply the coefficients. No, here this is not valid. Commutative property was exhibited in the dot product. You can write 3 into 6 is equal to 6 into 3. A dot B is equal to B dot A. But here you cannot. A cross B will not give you B crosses. So be careful which vector is coming first. If torque is equal to this example which I have given, if this is equal to R cross F, you can never interchange it and make it F cross R. So it has to be R cross F if it is mentioned as a vector quantity. So you also be very careful whenever you are solving the questions based on cross product. It requires a little more attention. And see, here when we are having parallel vectors, I cap cross I cap, j cap cross j cap, or k cap cross k cap. Here the vectors which are parallel, they are making an angle of 0 degree, but here we have sine theta. So sine theta when we are referring, so it means parallel, sine 0 degree is 0. So our answer is 0. So it's reverse. For the perpendicular one, let me tell you class this thing. See how to use this perpendicular one, or this I'll tell you later. First copy till here. Perpendicular one requires a little more attention. So write it from here. And class, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Till here, it's clear to all of you. Abir, it's clear. Alina, it's clear. Ali, what about you? Yes, class? Understood or not? I have called the names also. Okay, Ali. And what about Alina and Abir? Abir also has understood. Alina? Okay. see class, the fourth property I wanted to discuss. Why? Because see, when you have cross product, we'll be seeing this also. If you have cross product, when you have perpendicular, means the interchange I cross j cap cross k cap cross I cap. Likewise, if you have this, then you don't have the rule of one. Like in the previous case, you had 0 or 1. So that was easy, right? Now it's not just one that is present. So now what's the difficulty is that here just write I cap, j cap, k cap anywhere in the corner of your notebook. I cap, j cap, k cap in this pattern. ऐसे ही बिल्कुल I cap, j cap, k cap लिखो. And see, there are two methods by which we can move clockwise. I to j, j to k, k to k, है ना? This is clockwise. दूसरा movement क्या होगा? Anti-clockwise, just opposite, right? These are the two movements that are possible, right? So if these two movements are possible, the sign convention is also mentioned. That if you move clockwise, you have positive sign. If you move anti-clockwise, you have negative. Now, how will you decide? Two vectors if you are multiplying, I cap cross j cap if you're taking. So which one is left now? K cap. K cap is left. So you will write k cap. I cap cross j cap. So k cap. J cap cross k cap. So which one is left? I cap. K cap cross I cap. Which one is left? J cap. Here, listen class first. I cap cross k j cap. Whichever is left, write it. Whichever two vectors are given to you, the third one would be missing. Write that as it is. Okay, so j cap cross I cap is there. Then also you will write k cap. I cap cross k cap. So which one is left? J cap. K cap cross j cap. Which one is left? I cap. Right? So all of these are left. Now what we do, if we were moving clockwise, like I cap cross j cap cross k cap cross I cap, then we write positive. And likewise, if we are moving anti-clockwise, j cap cross I cap cross k cap cross j cap. So we write negative. Same. This is the rule which you should remember, and this will be helpful. Write it, class.